I was just watching a video of a man who he's talking about if you have a son at home when he's young, don't get in the habit of waking him up in the morning for school because most students, when they go off to college, they don't make the 8 a.m. class because they're so used to somebody waking them up. So you want to get them in the habit of waking themselves up at a reasonable age when they're younger. And there are so many women in the comment section of that video. Now, he's not wrong. However, there are so many women in the comment section of that video who were like, that's why we need dads in the house. That's why this is so important to have dads and fathers in the house. And how do I say this? I was a single mom. Still am. And I taught my kids that at a young age. At a very young age, they were able to get themselves up from school. I didn't need a man to be there to tell me that, which leads me into the next thing. There's this patriarchal concept that we need a man to lead us because they come up with these brilliant ideas that we would have never thought of on our own. Fuck that shit. Like I said, I'd been doing that with my children, and I didn't need a man to tell me that. And in these two-parent households, it's not that the man is so much smarter and you would flounder without his leadership. That man might offer a different perspective, but that doesn't mean that he's smarter than you, or he might validate an idea that you already had. But it just feeds into this idea that without a man's leadership, our families are incomplete. And we can't raise our kids without the leadership of a man. No. It's this kind of patriarchal thinking that causes women to rush and desperately seek out these relationships, and they get with any old boob to fill the spot as father and leader. And then they skip all the vetting and all the common sense, and then they get with a man who moves in because he sees that woman as a target. She's now providing him a place to stay. She's so desperate to have him there that he's staying there free. Or he sees that she has kids, and now the kids are being targeted. And over the years, since I've been talking about these types of things, I have heard countless amounts of men and women who have been on the receiving end of a mom who desperately just wanted a man in the house, and those children were victimized because of it. This might be common sense to a lot of you, but I feel like I need to say this. Ladies, you are intelligent in your own right. You don't need somebody to come in and lead you. Okay? Your family, as it is now at this moment, is already complete. There is nothing missing from it. If you desire love and companionships, that is fine. That is okay. But we can't go into it out of desperation or feeling like we're incomplete and we're missing something and we need leadership and a man to submit to, and we can't. It's not turning out well, especially for our children. Our children cannot advocate for themselves. They cannot pack up a bag and start a new life to escape any abuse that they endure. And also, unfortunately, even with that being said, there are teenagers who run away from home because they simply cannot take it anymore. So as long as you are in the mindset of, I need a man to lead me, you put yourself in a dangerous position to be victimized by a man who sees that and takes advantage. Because more times than not, men will take advantage of it. And quite honestly, I wouldn't want to be with any man who thinks he's smarter than me or thinks he is over me. I said what I said. I would not trust any man who would want me to be submissive to him. I think that's fucking weird. Because they could so many men take that and they get away with so much, and they take advantage of people. And a lot of it comes from this religious idea of submission, and that was put in place to manipulate women. So if you want a companion, look for somebody who wants to be an equal partner. Vet, take your time, be patient. But we have to stop putting ourselves in situations where we can be victimized, or even worse, our children can be victimized. You don't need a man to lead you or guide you. Your family is complete, and you are intelligent enough to raise your fucking children.